Hey everybody, your friendly neighborhood Loshman here on Friday, May 15th, 2020 from my brand new site here on WordPress, militaryairfan2.wordpress.com. Military Airfan, the number 2, .wordpress.com. Why the 2? Well, here some time ago, some years ago, I started a site called militaryairfan.wordpress.com, and it's been a long time since I posted on it and couldn't get my logins back. I even emailed WordPress and asked them for my logins. If I get my logins back, I never heard from them. So, and I believed that when I started that site, I believed I had reached the limit of being able to start more pages on my original WordPress site. But maybe that was a mistake on my part. I don't know. But anyway, but I saw the thing again. And my original site has like 2 Timothy 4:5, Washman's Hollywood Classics, Cool Cars USA, Washman Sports Live, etc. But anyway, I saw the page link again to start another page, and here just recently and decided to try again. So I decided to go ahead and do militaryairfan2.wordpress.com. And why is that important? Well, in my first page, if you look at militaryairfan.wordpress.com, and you'll notice the picture on the header is the same one from that site that I kind of stole from my own site, if you will. Anyway, that on that site, I talked about being a lifelong fan of military aircraft, especially like World War II area. When I was a kid, me and a friend of mine had never got any farther than us, but we started trying to start the Baba Black Sheep fan club. Little Kenny Loggins Danger Zone playing in the background for you there, by the way. And I do not own the rights to that song, just for the record. But anyway, we tried to start the Baba Black Sheep fan club for the TV show Baba Black Sheep, and of course Black Sheep Squadron. We went and bought airplane models and built those and things like that. Well, anyway, I've always been a lifelong fan of NASA and Star Trek and things like that. So, and of course, an adult fan of Jimmy Stewart's Strategic Air Command. And I loved Top Gun when it came out, hence the Kenny Loggins Danger Zone playing there for you. But I never knew why, other than the fact that they're big, powerful, fast flying machines that have bombs and machine guns and things like that. And what guy doesn't like stuff like that? But I find, and the fact they look cool, obviously. They look cool in museums, they look cool at air shows, stuff like that. But I just found out here just recently, as a matter of fact, here just the last couple weeks ago, that my uncle, Staff Sergeant Sanford E. Losh, he's a few generations back, but I never care about that generations thing. The cousin I found out about him through, who invited me to my first Losh/family reunion in 2010, was like my fourth cousin once removed, my dad's third cousin once removed, type thing. So anyway, so I found out that he was a waist gunner on a B-17. Number 44-6546. You can find out a lot about that, which I'll be talking a lot about here in the video here, by searching B-17 number 44-6546. 44-6546. I'm trying to read off my script. I always script these things before I write them. So anyway, he was a waist gunner on B-17 number 44-6546 with the 15th Air Force 301st Bomb Group and 32nd Bomb Squadron in World War II. He and his crewmates, including Lieutenant Merrill E. Barnes and who was a pilot, the co-pilot, Second Lieutenant Lawrence A. Ward, Toggler D. Barnes, and several others, Edward S. Ollis, and Althancius, I believe it is, E. Thomas, who was a waist gunner, Dale Harper, who was a top turret gunner, Mr. Whitcomb, who was a radio operator, and their bombardier, Bowman, were on bomb mission number 412 to bomb the Vienna Southeast Goods Depot in Hungary, and it was they were stationed at the airfield near Luceria, Italy, and they were to go into this bomb this depot in Hungary, and the plane was hit by flak, and everyone bailed out. It peels out of the formation, lost a wing. The whole crew bailed out. My uncle Stafford Sergeant Sanford E. Losh and one other were the only ones that did not survive, and his chute didn't fully deploy. And you can find out, like I said, a lot more about this situation by searching B-17 number 44-6546, and you'll see that it's will be listed on missing crew report number 12366. Okay. And so anyway, since then, when not focusing on my diecast car, baseball, football, and football card hobbies, I've gone a little plane crazy, if you will. Okay. So for years, I've wanted a bomber jacket. Well, I finally got one. There it is. It's World War II. A little distress there. And I got a patch for the 32nd Bomb Squadron. I've not been able to find one for purchase of the 301st Bomb Group. I'm hoping to eventually. At one point, I thought I was ordering a patch for the 15th Air Force, and I just liked it was cool because it's like in the same shape as the Strategic Air Command logo, but it turned out to be a sticker. Okay, but it fit nicely in this little black frame, and I have a whole box of these little black frames. Got my father-in-law that he gets from got in a pallet of stuff from a recovery sales outlet place. So that's the 15th Air Force there, and so anyway. I will try again to get a 15th Air Force patch. I started researching the units for the two t-shirts that I have, including the one I'm wearing today. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the Dog Pack. This is the 61st Fighter Squadron from World War II, 56 Fighter Group, and who flew planes like P-39s, P-35s, P-39s, the P-40 Warhawk, which I'm already working on a P-40 Warhawk model, and as well as the 365th Bomb Squadron, known as the Wolf Pack. They flew B-17s, and I'm also reading Wing to Wing Air Combat in China from 1943 to 1945. Picked that up in a thrift store here probably a little over a year ago, and so anyway, I got that. I ordered a 61st Fighter Squadron patch, and I'll eventually order a 365th Bomb Squadron patch. I ordered a B-17 pin, and plan to order a ball cap, and I still have these some other patches in this little bag that I'm going to have put on the bomber jacket as well. And specifically, this is one that I love that I got. This is B-17 Flying Fortress. Built in the USA, fought for freedom. There's my 61st Fighter Squadron patch. And I already had patches like this Tomcat patch. And I have a Blue Angels patch. I have a Blue Angels pin. I have a Top Gun pin. I've got a Top Gun ball cap around here somewhere. I just can't find it. Here's my Blue Angels patch. Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? And then, like I said, I've got a Blue Angels pin in here. I've got a Top Gun pin in here. And here's my patch from the 32nd Bomb Squadron from my Uncle Sanford E. Losh's group. And there's my Blue Angels pin. See the planes in formation there. I got my, like I said, my Top Gun pin in there. And then I had a this B-17 made by Maisto. It's a die-cast one that I've had for years, and you'll see it on the original militaryairfan.wordpress.com, a picture of that. And originally I had it to represent my favorite actor, Jimmy Stewart, who was an actual B-17 pilot in World War II, but now it has even more significance. I want to get more of these die-cast ones like this. They're not as easy to find anymore. You can't just walk into Walmart or Target or any place like that and buy die-cast, really nice die-cast planes like that anymore. And then I've gone to my local Hobbytown store. They didn't have any of them. I've been to my local Hobby Lobby. They didn't have any of them. I want to do models of the 44-6546 and many of the other planes from the 301st bomb group, 32nd Bomb Squadron. And there's a lot of pictures online of the different planes and their nose art and stuff like that. And I want to do those planes, but that may be harder than I thought, because I'm finding these days, I was used to years ago buying plane models, car models, whatever, for $10. And now I'm finding them very pricey. I mean, I don't know, for some people it might not be for me, but for me, $40 is kind of pricey. And I can't seem to find a decent B-17 model for less than $40 in Hobby Lobby and Hobbytown, and sometimes even online. Notice I've joined numerous Facebook groups and fans of the B-17 Flying Fortress, B-17 Flying Fortress fans, B-17 Scale Modelers Workshop, dedication to the B-17 Flying Fortress. Yeah, and then I'm one of my Facebook albums on my personal Facebook page, John W. Lodge II, is now the B-17 Flying Fortress. Another thing I want to do is I'm thinking about maybe putting my car. I just have a 2013 Kia Sportage, I Classic or anything like that, but it's silver. And I thought, and since like I've got that silver B-17, and some of them were silver, not all of them were green. So I thought about, getting some magnets from my car and dressing it up with vintage military aircraft magnets and putting it in some car shows. And I'd like to even see if I could get a little mock-up of a top turret to put on top of the car while it's sitting there in car shows and stuff like that. Thought that would be really cool. And then just recently I bought this 8x10 B-17. I think this is a picture of a model. I don't think it's of an actual plane. I think it's of a model. But anyway, it's an 8x10. I like that. So anyway, yeah, I've gone a little plane crazy, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So anyway, www.militaryairfan, the number, and then the number 2.wordpress.com. And of course, you'll see it posted here on the first blog post for that new site. And I'm excited about that. And I'll be talking more about, my uncle Stanford E. Lodge's stuff. I'll be talking about the 301st Bomb Group, 32nd Bomb Squadron. I'll be talking about the 61st Fighter Group, the 365th Bomb Squadron, the 15th Air Force, all that kind of stuff, and posting news stuff. And as a matter of fact, today, unfortunately, found out, according to USA Today, an F-22 fighter jet from the 43rd Fighter Squadron crashed at Elgin Air Force Base in Florida. The pilot did eject, and he was taken to a hospital. And hopefully, our prayers go to him and his family that he will be okay. Because we want to honor our brave, servicemen and women, and I really appreciate what they do, and of course appreciate all the guys that have served, guys and gals that have served in the past as well, in World War I, World War II, of course the original Civil War, then World War I, World War II, and then Vietnam War, the campaigns in Iraq and Afghanistan and all that kind of stuff, and even those who served back here at home. Those guys are great. Those guys and gals are great, and we appreciate them and everything they do. So anyway, hope you'll enjoy checking out this new site. I know I'm going to enjoy posting on it. And yeah, as a matter of fact, I talked about models being pricey. I saw at Hobbytown yesterday on the original militaryairfan.wordpress.com. You'll see a picture of an F-84 Thunderstreak that I posted on there that is on display in Springfield, Missouri, which I just live about a couple hours north of. And saw a model of that, and I think it was around $30-40 or something like that. I'm like, geez, so that may be harder than I thought to do that, but I'll just see what I end up doing in the future. Like I said, I want to get more die casts. I want to get that B-17 ball cap. I want to get those patches put on my bomber jacket so I can wear that this winter. And everything, and hopefully with cities opening back up and things. As a matter of fact, it was the end of our lockdown here in Kansas City today. It wasn't really a lockdown for me because I was still going to work. My work had us on a half staff. Some of us work for 2 weeks. The other group is off for 2 weeks, off and on since mid-March. And unfortunately, that has come to an end. We were pretty spoiled there for a while, getting paid for being off for 2 weeks at a time, but that has come to an end. I've had yesterday and today off yesterday my regular days off. I go back to work tomorrow, and then instead of being off for the next 2 weeks starting Sunday, I'll just keep working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, and work Saturday from now on. So, but hey, the pay is good. I have a job, so it's something to be thankful for, especially in these times. And it's a government contractor that I work with. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Second of all, hope you are following the Lord Jesus Christ every day of your life. If you don't have a relationship with him, accept him today. He loves you, died for you, wants a relationship for you. He will forgive your sins. He will save you. He'll give you a new heart, a new mind. So I hope you will follow him, and let me know if I can be of any help with that. So beloved, if I don't see you here, God bless. I'll see you in the air.